Oh my god, thank god you're here. Someone to watch my fucking madness. Please stay for the long haul, DJ Coolmaster. It's gonna be a painful one. We sit and we wait for a reply to this. Do you have any music suggestions? Copyright free music. 2 minutes. What's this? Okay. So far, it's a debate about are the Canadian elections rigged? It's too loud. I can't know. This is like the YouTube vlog music. What the fuck? Yeah. So, like, just FYI, besides, like, random people screeching online, there's no evidence. Literally zero evidence that there has been any... Oh, sorry. Trudeau whistle blew. Not even whistle blew, but Trudeau warned that China was trying to interfere with our elections. CSIS then made a statement saying that our elections were not fucked with at all, and that we've ensured the integrity of our elections, but there was an attempt, or are attempts, from China to subvert our elections, but they weren't successful. And now every stupid fucking conservative brain on the planet has taken that and is going like, oh, we gotta reply. Taking that and going like, oh my god, it's definitely happening, even though the Liberal Party is the one who exposed that. And he's already breaking one of his rules. So hold on, let me go grab that real quick. Yeah, dude, it's so fucking cringe. Like, it's not even conservatism. It's a little bit of conservatism because the Conservative Party in the United States is like broken, but like they're broke. Like it's broken conservatism that's being like it's Trumpism, MAGA, whatever you want to call it. So he's already breaking his own rule, but okay. Well, of course, naturally, when I'm typing on the screen, my typing it just devolves into horribleness. Statement. Also find it funny that they say that 2020 was rigged, even though literally all the closed states that Biden won were Republican controlled at the state level. Yeah, exactly. Like, the biggest one is, like, Arizona, right? But, like, who the fuck was running the Arizona elections? The machines were broken. Like, the machines, A, weren't even broken. And if they were broken, who let those machines get broken? Like, are you guys that fucking inept that you guys didn't notice your own machines were fucking broken? The reality is that Arizona was trying to get their election done faster. So they used tallying machines, and those tallying machines broke. So then you had to use the slip-in. There's a ballot box right underneath the tally machine, and then they had to go manually count them. So it took a lot longer. Oh, fucking goddamn it. From a reputable account. Cheating in 2020 and more so in 2021. A thread. So no sources. I don't see a single source. It's a fucking Twitter thread. In Montgomery County, Arizona, they ended up finding even more votes for. Yeah, exactly. So let's read this really quickly. I'll read it out loud. In September 2019, Trudeau and his MPs had already been campaigning on the taxpayer dime for a few months. During that time, Lib support was tepid at best. Lib MPs weren't received very well in public by some, but somehow managed to maintain one group of support: the Chinese Canadian voter. No proof of this, no link, nothing. After Trudeau won his minority, even though support for his party was extremely low, no supporting argument for this either, I began digging into why he seemed to defy the odds. No, there was no defying odds. It went exactly as predicted. I took a look at the ridings where Liberals and had surprisingly won out of nowhere. Milton was main focus, as it had been blue forever. The CPCHQ had held that riding for a very long time, and Lisa Riot was a very well-known member of the party. Yet somehow, a dumb kayaker won in a big way. It made no sense at all, but it was the key indicator that something was amiss. No link to anything. Countless. So far, we haven't said a single fucking thing to each other, so this is fun. This is another besides the point thing, but I'll still read through it. So this, I don't know what this is. Inappropriate MP Adam Van Corney intentionally has photographer on hand, poses topless, and publicly posts a pic with a needle jutting into his arm. Who cares? From 2015 to 2019, Trudeau had flooded Milton with new Canadians at a big rate. Any evidence of this? The fact that it only takes 3 years for new people to apply to vote is insane. So that's nothing. But the Libs took advantage of this in a big way. Riot's campaign was basically taken over by two groups, Muslims and Chinese. These groups had pushed out longtime campaign volunteers, either through being forced to move away or being a victim of diversity movements. The campaign has now been controlled of the New Canadians. Here is an article that describes a lot of controversy with Riot's campaign. It takes riots. It talks about what happened after she lost, but it speaks to a growing problem with her campaign team and writing associate. She railroaded. Okay, don't care. So far, there's nothing in this. So far. As for the other writings, CPC candidates seemed to underperform. I had a look at the different ethnic concentrations and was amazed to find that Trudeau had done surprisingly well in writings where there was a massive Chinese population. I wonder why. Is it maybe because the other side of the aisle is fucking like blaming them for the current pandemic? Whoa! Below talks about the concentration of Chinese Canadians in 3 cities: Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. The major cities? 3 of the most diverse cities in the entire fucking world that have always been liberal. I'm going to focus on Toronto, as it's quite obvious that Trudeau does very well there. Left idiots, mainly huge Chinese densities. What? If you take a look at what riding Trudeau won in 2019 and 2021, you'll be amazed at how well they fit with the amount of Chinese representation. Below is a video showing who won which ridings. Dude, man is popular with demographic. Therefore, the demographic is rigged. Like, what the fuck? When you get to the Toronto, you see that Libs won every riding with a dense Chinese population. Holy shit! Party is popular with demographic. Crazy! With a demographic they don't fucking constantly fucking... Did you know that PPC is popular with white people? When every riding in the dense blah, 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 Montreal and the same as Toronto, the Libs won all ridings even over the block. It's Montreal! When has Montreal ever gone to the block? Where you will find a dense Chinese population. The same thing happened in 2021. The Libs seems to only be able to win in ridings that have large Chinese concentration of voters. Let's get into why it's discrepancy happening. To understand the part, you need to be aware of Chinese government has been operating foreign police stations all over Canada since 2016. Chinese has opened police stations in US and Canada to monitor Chinese citizens. A title, no link. No link to the article, just a title from Fox News. Foreign interference by CCP has massively benefited Trudeau and the Liberals. What the force does is control and manipulate the Chinese Canadian population through intimidation and threats, which forces these voting blocs to become Lib Party activists. The duties of Chinese Canadian people have now becomes do whatever it takes to help elect Trudeau, buy third-party ads, campaign door-to-door. Is the... His argument is that the Liberals just do normal campaigning better than the Conservatives? Buy third-party ads, I think is legal, right? Campaign door-to-door, totally legal. Promote, totally normal also. Promote talking points. Hold fundraisers. Attack the CPC candidate no matter what, etc. Is this... Normal activism. Normal politics is now bad. How this activism is forced on them comes down to this. Death threats against family back in China. No source. Removal from Canada. No source. Kidnapping. No source. Assaults. No source. Surveillance. No source. Social media influence. No source. Bribery. No source. Killing a relative. No source. The CPC police officers, like, is there any source in this? Is it linked? No. Okay. Trudeau has been well aware of these stations for a while. His directed links to CPC division of business have been well documented. So here's a crazy people kinds why did Justin Trudeau there were no Chinese Communist Party donations made to Liberal Party until after he rescued okay. Blah blah blah. Trudeau Education Fund. Okay. I don't know what this means. This is nothing. Alexander Trudeau, director of Trudeau fundraising and the former Canadian Minister Pierre Trudeau. Is this just a fucking fundraiser for like private schooling? Okay, I don't know if can you find that? Do you want to find that article? I have no idea. Can't read that. Signing Ceremony Education Fund and Trudeau Foundation and University of Montreal. So it sounds like this person's just mad at. Never forget that the legacy media you trust suppressed the story on Chinese Communist Party members donating to Trudeau Foundation until after he was elected. They were there. No one said anything. No one reported it. Story has been scrubbed. So this is just a random article. No real link to it. Just a photo of it. A tweet. And a tweet to another unverified no link thing. Okay, cool. Almost mean there's hope ahead, but we still should put so nothing, no links. Okay. Keep that open just to I believe this is where we vary. I'm only guessing that you live in the East. No prejudice intended. Then why'd you say it? I believe we had been lied to from day one. The administration example seen next. Promising in 2015 to only run a few years of modest deficits. Somehow we went from right around 60 billion in debt when Harper left office to now over 1.2 trillion. This is more than every administration in our nation's history combined. This is final irresponsibility if I'm being polite. Link. Looking for a chart of deficit and a statement about modesty. Truth be told, the modesty thing doesn't really matter if he said it or not. Then we have the whole SNC Lavalin scandal, increase in carbon tax, just about all tax in general, promising made to Albertans regarding not encroaching on their ability to produce oil, then introducing federal policy to scare business out of Alberta, Canada. What does this? This has nothing to do with the topic at hand. I'm just going to keep hammering him on that over and over again because he made the rule up. So I'm just going to keep smacking him in the face with it. DJ Coolmaster, you still here? I need music. Give me music. My headphones aren't working, so. This is very basic music. I wish I had better music, but we'll go with this for now. Let me know if it's too loud, if you can't hear me properly. I don't know if my headphones are different than my stream setup. Yeah, totally not a, like nothing. This has nothing to do with the rest. So this is like completely unfounded random thread with no links to it. Yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's one rule. It's a very simple rule. Don't fuck up. What is fucking up? Well, that's for me to decide and you to find out. But welcome. Currently, right now, I'm having a debate. It looks like I'm having maybe 2 debates. I'll get to this guy. Now, this guy right now we're debating about, we're supposed to be debating about, was the Canadian election fraudulent or not. But so far we have nothing. The only thing that was given to us was a massive thread that has no sources whatsoever in it. It's just a massive like cope thread, just random ramblings with nothing, with no no links to anything. And basically the argument boils down to either this person's racist against Chinese people, which I would be reluctant to say, hopefully just to be charitable, but basically this person's argument is that the Canadian government is moving Chinese people and other immigrants into specific neighborhoods to flip elections, which there's no evidence for naturally. Immigrants choose where they want to live. Nobody said, when you get it here from Canada, nobody's like, oh, you have to live here. His argument for that is some random writings switching sides, and basically it just seems like he's mad that minorities like to vote for liberals. He's basically just mad about politics. If you read through this, it just seems like that's what it is. All he's really complaining about is that it seems like Chinese people and other minorities do better politicking, and that's not okay, and that shouldn't be good. Who seems biased? This guy, or like I'm not even sure if we've read through this, or the other guy, or me. I think I'm biased. Technically, we're all a little bit biased. It can't be seriously be that you. And then the other one I think is some random shit about Ukraine. I don't know. This guy's like rambling a lot. He's actually 50 IQ. The poster. Yeah, I mean it does seem like a little bit biased. I don't even know if I want to consider it bias, and just more like the person's just mad that their party isn't as good at politicking than the liberals seem to be, at least from this thread, right? The whole argument basically surrounds around like, oh, these people went out, like there's a whole section right here where it's like, the duties of Chinese Canadian people now becomes do whatever it takes to help elect Justin Trudeau. I'm like, so normal politics? That's like what most people, that's what every voter's duty should be, is to get whoever they like elected, right? Buy third-party ads, not illegal. Campaign door-to-door, a totally normal thing that that you should do if you want to be politically involved. That's like, you go to your nearest candidate and you ask them if you can door-to-door for them. It's great, like a totally normal thing. Promote talking points, like everyone else does. Hold fundraisers, again, totally completely normal thing. And attack the CPC candidate no matter what. Again, totally normal politicking. So it just seems like he's mad that like politics are happening. So that's just like a total, this guy was just linked it to me. And then this guy, while you can't be seriously be that you just said that, can you avoid a recession? Pretty much in one at this point, people won't be able to afford their homes in a few months. The housing market's actually mostly kind of cooled off, if not like leveled off. So this guy's just chatting shit, but okay. This guy's actually 50 IQ. I don't know if I want to continue talking to this person, but dude, the war in Ukraine has zero to do with inflation at the grocery store, at the pumps, and on people's credit. It's all Canada handing out millions and billions when Trudeau has racked up more debt than any other PMs combined. Wrong. Russia oil. Wow. Wow. Wither? I feel like that's wrong. Yeah, this is just simple. Oil prices are global, so what's happening in Russia, because Russia is a big oil market, is affecting the world. Wrong. Russian oil is a large factor to the global cost of oil, whether you like it or not. Oil is priced globally. No amount of copium will change that. Yeah, sure. We'll just go with that. I feel bad. This guy's actually like 50 IQ. This guy seems to have like some IQ. Discredit if you do not find it reliable source. Mark is the source on the one who posted. Mark is the source on this one who posted a lot of supporting and volume of information in this thread. I would recommend giving it a read as there is literally no one else in the country covering the subject. I did read the entire article. There are no sources in any of it. Just that guy's word. So, incredibly unreliable and shouldn't be trusted. Unreliable. Why can I spell? No. Oh, great zinger. I don't know if I should put a semicolon or a colon there. I don't know. Everyone's witnessed my horrible spelling skills. Trudeau doubles down with 3 years of deficit to invest in infrastructure. Reading just off the infrastructure. Wait, actually, let's just do this. Is investing. Let's turn the tables. Investing in infrastructure. Well, actually, hold on. Let me read the fucking article first. It's from CBC, so at least we both agree to this. Is Trudeau says Liberals plan 3 years of deficit to push infrastructure. Justin Trudeau says Liberal government won't balance the books for 3 straight years, but will double spending on infrastructure to jumpstart economic growth. When was this posted? 2015. Last updated. Wait, so I thought he talked about modesty. Liberals' fiscal plan would see a modest short-term deficit. Of less than $10 billion for each of the first 3 years, and then a balanced budget by 2019-2020 fiscal year. So COVID happened, by the way. The Liberals also announced they would commit billions to nearly double Canadian spending on infrastructure, part of the party's pitch to create jobs and stimulate economic growth. The decisions not to balance the budget immediately opened Trudeau to a barrage of fresh criticism from Conservative leader Stephen Harper, who accused the Liberals leaders of changing his tune. Trudeau, making a campaign stop in Oakville, Ontario Thursday morning, said over the next decade the Liberals would spend $125 billion on new infrastructure investment, about twice the amount of Conservatives have committed. Investment will focus on 3 areas: public transit, social infrastructure such as affordable housing, blah 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 blah. Our economy needs to invest in order to create. Well, let me just quickly read through this. Okay, GDP growth, Canada. Can I? What the fuck is happening here? This is not what I want. Because that's the growth rate, which is fine. Because like, look, we had a massive downturn in 2018, 2015. Yeah, so like we're coming. Like, look at that. Like, come on. So we had a really bad GDP growth, and we went up like, what is this? Went up 2%? 2018, 2019. So we had good GDP growth, and then COVID hit. Kind of being a little Weasley, you know? GDP Canada. Oh, I gotta... Let's not do it in blue. Can't wait for to see my drawing. I'll be right back. Yeah, food. Also, vote. Press 1 if you like my drawing. Wow. Okay, fair enough. What is that? I'll just ditch this because I know what'll happen is that, like, I have to explain that, like, taking on debt while at absolute inflation now also kept people, like, from starving to death. We're currently mirroring charts of that time. What do you think? What do you think got us out of the Great Depression? Cooperating? Cooperating. Corroborating. Wow, I really spelled that wrong. Anecdote. what a total waste of fucking time. Fucking salty. Everyone go follow my Twitter. No one's here, but what a boring conversation, dude. Because we know what's gonna happen. It's just we're just gonna go back and forth on, I think this is a reliable source with no confounding factors at all, no corroboration, no nothing, just like a bunch of bullshit. And then I'm gonna link something that has corroborating evidence. It's part of like an institution that has proven time and over time again that they're giving us no, I think they're lying to us. Okay. They're all part of a cabal set out to lie to us. The corroborating evidence is from other mainstream media sources. They're all working together. Like, it's pointless. I'm expected to follow every single one of their bullshit fucking random fucking links to whatever the fuck. And all of my links are invalid. It was years of suffering. My grandparents lived through it in a shack made of sod in the southern Saskatchewan stock market crashed. Cash devalued to nothing. Massive inflation. To nothing? The debt was made through invasion. We're about to see it again. This is just a ramble, but okay. Fuck, I gotta stop replying to random shit. We're supposed to be talking about fucking election fraud. And all he did was link a thread from some random fucking guy. Who even is this guy? Mark Bonky Consulted. I don't know. 1,000 followers. And he has a random Substack. So nothing. Actually, no, an actual nobody. Okay. Like a random person with a random Substack is your only source on election fraud. Guys, I'm starting to think this conversation is going to go nowhere. First time I've eaten pasta, there hasn't been like massive tomato sauce in my fucking beard. So boring. Nothing really. I'm supposed to be debating somebody on election fraud in Canada on Twitter, and now we're at CERB, I guess, and government spending. So far, the evidence for election fraud is a random Twitter thread right here with no sources or corroborating evidence. And it's just a random guy with like 1,000 followers with a random Substack. It's the equivalent of me saying that pigs can fly. This is a link. This is the only link I've received so far, and it's not even bad. It's normal economics. I mean, to anyone that's a fiscal conservative, this will seem bad, obviously, but the typical thing, now not without getting too fancy, the typical thing about government spending is that, yes, debt matters and deficits matter, kind of. But as long as your economy is growing, your debt and deficits don't really matter as much because your debt and deficits are backed by a strong economy. And no one's going to come knocking on your door for money if you're doing really well. Because you're doing really well, so they're going to make more money off of you in the long run than if they come knocking on the door for debt right now. So as long as your economy is doing fine, somebody else will buy your debt. Somebody else will give you a better deal on your debt, on your inflation, on your interest rates and stuff like that. Those always happen as long as your economy is strong. And what drives a strong economy? Well, government spending can drive a stronger economy, as it has. As we've seen here, 2015 happens, Trudeau does his government spending, and our GDP starts rising back up again. Our GDP growth between said years, here's 2008, here's 2015, and our GDP growth matches that curve. So it's not just a inflationary thing, because our GDP growth itself, the growth at which our GDP, or the rate at which our GDP grows at, was also higher until COVID hit. This dude's made a lot of claims on a lot of things and hasn't sourced any of them. And we're on some random fucking retarded topic. We're looking at the full picture, not just when the chart goes to. Printing money is also a bad tactic we've been doing, which has contributed to inflation. Printing money only divides the equity you currently have. Okay. Bank of Canada is printing money like crazy. No one cares. I'm ignoring all these now. Do you dispute biological facts regarding the difference between male and female? No. I mean, it depends on what facts you think are there, but in general, no, I believe that there are definitely biological facts that differ men from women. Males from females, I guess, and sex-based. But it would depend on what biological facts you're kind of hinting at there. But in general, I do think that there's a difference between men and women, biologically. Okay, thanks. And thanks for the follow. If you want, I'm really bored. You can hop on Discord. I can link you my Discord, or the links down below, and we can talk about it if you want to in some way. Because right now I'm having a fucking totally useless Twitter debate. So you could give me free content right now.
Pop with the gift as well.
Let's go follow my Twitter. Hold on, I'm gonna be gross for a second. Can't lie. Oh no! If you weren't in the food business, if you weren't in the food business, 2021, 2020 were lit. Best years I've ever had in business. This was the story for most in the West who worked through COVID. Back to the point, there's no excuse for how out of hand our debt has become. Okay. Okay. Your organic dote was great for my anecdote. Businesses. Spelling anecdote wrong over and over again. Good job. Yeah, dude, I don't even know. Spencer Fernando. Opinion and insight. So just an opinion puff piece. Nice. Chart shows massive surge in money printing, far outpacing comparable nations on relative basis. Is there a link to that? Meanwhile, in the US, Australia, Japan, especially in Europe, central bank, the growth is at 100% less. Literally something big is 100% less, so they're printing no money? Wait, what? Doesn't make any sense. You can't be 100% less. Chart based on Bloomberg data compiled by Crest Capital. See, can you link it? Link it! It's a link! You can put a fucking hyperlink right here. She's a SOTS. Wait, what? The Bank of Canada balance sheet, SOTS to nominal GDP year-over-year growth is at a stunning 456%. Meanwhile, the U.S. Australia is 100% less. 100% less than... Okay, this guy doesn't know how to use percentages. You can't say 100% less than this. I think you mean 100 percentage points less than that, correct? That's what you would mean. You would say 100 percentage points less, or 100 points less. You wouldn't say 100% because that means it's nothing. That means it's 0%. That means their GDP growth year over year is 0%. But okay, ignoring the fact this person doesn't know how to use percentages. Clearly something big is going on here in Canada. This is deeply concerning, especially when considering the Canadian government spent about 50% more on average on pandemic response programs, yet Canada has the highest unemployment rate in the G7. Unemployment rate G7 65431. The average base in the highest value was 9.83% and the lowest value was in Japan 2%. So unemployment rate 2021. So Canada has I guess the third highest, although that's wrong. Our unemployment's down to 5% now. What is this? Is this fucking from unemployment rate 2021? Unemployment rate G7 2022? I don't know if it shows. Unemployment rate G7. Average 9% was the highest. So it's wrong anyways because we weren't the highest in 2021. Unemployment 2023. So unemployment 2023. United States has 3%, Germany 2%, Spain or 3%, Canada 5%, which by the way is really, really good still, just an FYI. Let's see. What are the lowest ones? So Czechia, Japan 2.5%, Mexico, Germany, Poland, Malta, United States. So United States, United Kingdom, even though their GDP is negative, so that might change soon. Australia, Iceland, Bulgaria, Slovenia, Russia, Switzerland, Ireland, Luxembourg, Denmark, Australia, Canada here, Belgium, Romania, Estonia, Latvia, France. So France is at 7.1, so wrong on the G7 thing. Sweden, Cyprus, Italy is also there, 7.8%, so wrong again. Spain, Brazil, South Africa. Okay, so just wrong. Canada, historical employment and rate. Canada unemployment rate. Yeah, our unemployment rate is the lowest it's been in years. What the fuck is this person on? Okay. So, Central Bank Asset Growth, Bank of Canada, Reserve Bank of Australia, Federal Reserve, Bank of Japan. So this, random chart, source Bloomberg. Can you link it? Or is it literally just a fucking image, which was tweeted? Central Bank Asset Growth. Canada 18%. Assets to GDP by country, so 18%. Let's see, comparable. Germany's higher percentage. Belgium higher percentage. Brazil higher percentage. Spain higher percentage. United Kingdom higher percentage. Greece higher percentage. Japan, way higher percentage. They have way more assets in their central bank than they do GDP, or like a closer ratio or whatever. So I don't know what this proves. This doesn't seem to prove anything. Bank assets by country around the bank assets to GDP. So I guess this person is just looking at raw numbers, but that doesn't really matter. I don't think. Where are we here? Canada's not even on the list. Okay, or I just can't find them. It's reasons like this I do not trust the government. He'll just argue that he didn't balance the budget by 2019. I mean, I guess. Back to election fraud. Are you familiar with our election process? Paper ballots, sign-in sheets, and the missing mail-in ballots we had here. Missing mail-in ballots, Canada. It's so annoying. As well, you would not agree that federal grants given to the communities in conservative ridings for low-income housing has a potential to change the demographics and voting numbers for an entire riding. Can you link this happening? Anything on this? I mean, yeah, if conservative places are mostly run, if conservative run places and ridings typically have more low-income people, it follows that they would get the funding for low-income housing, because you're not going to be able to put down low-income housing in the middle of Toronto, because it would instantly become not low-income housing. Also, immigrants are typically not low-income. It's just loading. Yeah. Fuck, these images aren't loading. First generation immigrant groups data shows that the timing of the immigration arrival in Canada has a noticeable impact on their income. Newer immigrants are doing significantly worse than their Canadian-born counterparts. As the table shows, most recent arrivals to Canada, those arriving between 2016 earn $10,000 less than the Canadian median. have no idea. I just searched like some copyright free music. I like how everything he says. He hasn't provided me with a single fucking link to anything. Except for random ass fucking links from random ass fucking people. And every time he says something, I link like 3 fucking things. Which he'll naturally just say I don't believe them. Well, you know, it's worth a try. I read this. Canada says that more than 20,000 mail-in ballots sent to voters in the last federal election were not counted, according to Blockbuster Reports. The ballots kits which were late, canceled, and were marked as lost in the mail total 205,000 were greater than the margin of victory between Liberal and Conservative nationwide. He didn't even read it! God, I hate it! He didn't even read the fucking article! Of the 205,000 uncounted ballots, 90 were returned late and not counted. The other were never returned. I won't add more things, because the more things I add, the more things you get randomly fucking attack. Be like, it's not a point in your favor, it's shy. Like, I don't know. Less things ramble off to, the better. I can't believe you didn't read the fucking article. I was literally reading this, and I was like, oh, that's a... The process is that when you put a vote, when you put your vote in a box on election day, can your vote be traced back to you in any way? What would happen if a bunch of votes were submitted illegally? Well, illegally submitted votes would be City cries about drug problems and homelessness. Federal government has many grants on their website for low-income housing. What the fuck? Let's see what I can find. Let's see Prince George as a place in central BC as an example of this one. I'm quite familiar with how it goes, how it's gone there. City cries about drug problems and homelessness. Federal government has many grants on their website for low-income housing. Wooden rug and City applies for low-income housing grants and offers incentives to builders, even rezoning large areas so no single family can be built. Housing is built. Homelessness are taken off the streets downtown Vancouver and placed there on government assistance. Yeah, this is normal. Waiting for the kicker here. I have a strange feeling it's not going to be much of a kicker. Migrant nurses brought into the country in the Let's see, I'm asking for proof on another claim. We'll see if it ever shows up. My guess is no. I'm moving it over to the side. I'm playing video games. It's clearly really boring and he's already fucking failed because he didn't read his own fucking article right in front of his fucking face. Idiot. So far, he's taken an L on the voter fraud thing. And now he has to prove that immigrants are stealing low-income housing from homeless people. Okay. seen this yet.
Where's your manager? Can I speak to your manager?
What the fuck?
I can't eat that. Are you making fun of me because I'm on a diet? Sugar? Ketchup? How do we know you're on a diet?
This has to be scripted. What?
I'm upset.
There's no way this position is a real fucking position that you're in. This is scripted.
To get my weekly cheat meal.
Oh, wait.
So I wanted to come out and publicly let everyone know that that was me in the video. After this video was published on TikTok, it went viral and news organizations wrote about me. And I honestly have no idea. I am simply baffled that this is possible. People found out where I work and they sent the video
It's gotta be
to
scripted.
my employer. I was then fired from my job. That's right, I was fired. Which I find to be extremely unfair because all I was doing was going to get my weekly cheat meal, and it was the McDonald's employees that did not follow the simple directions that I asked for. So I felt that I had the right to come in and let them know.
It's gotta be
my
scripted.
burger was
It has to be. I don't believe this is real. I don't.
made correctly. I did nothing wrong. Literally, I did nothing wrong. So please leave me alone. This is extremely unfair of you guys to do this to me. Thank you.
It's gotta be fake. It's gotta be fake. Woman fired after video for losing your shit at McDonald's goes viral. Fair or unfair? I think it's fucking not real. There's no fucking way. There's no way you're actually standing at the register going like this. What is this? What is this? What? No, I can't. I don't think so. This person just said, "We are letting in people from all over the world, and a lot of these people are fleeing. They don't have anything. They're also adding doctors and skilled people to this equation, which brings the average up. It needs to be stripped down and separated data on migrants and refugees. That's already happening. Unless, Chris, you could show me otherwise. That's always how it's been. We've always separated data on migrants and refugees. To think otherwise is fucking lunacy." I don't even know what to do with this clip. Like, I don't even know what I'm uploading to fucking YouTube, dude. What a waste of my fucking time. I don't even know if I should like upload this as like a video, because at this point it's just downtrodden to nothingness. And I don't know. I don't know what I should, like, should I upload it? Like, can this be all one clip? How long am I talking for? I've been, like, this has been an hour and 30 minutes. Arguably I should cut it down, but like, that's so much I have to do that. Fuck, this is actually so cringe. So my Twitter's still linked as my copy paste. I'll just link my like Twitter again. Middle class medium. Which shit. $39,000? It's nowhere on this link. What the fuck? Dude, this guy's just pulling numbers out of his ass now. God, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. Because, like, it's just incorrect. I don't know what else to say. Okay, what was I doing here? Oh, this thing required a lot of brain power, though. So I'm making sulfuric acid because I need sulfuric acid to get uranium out of here. So I'm bringing this down. So the petroleum's coming down. The petroleum's going to turn into sulfuric acid. So I needed to turn into sulfur first, and then so the petroleum's going to go into there. So put the petroleum in there, I would guess. That's probably what would happen, right? So the petroleum would go into here, and then yes, I have cheats on. I don't care anymore. A lot of countries will release ballots. A lot of claims that they sent their ballots in, but were told it wasn't received. A lot of claims that they sent them in on time, and then they were told that it was too late. It's a discrepancy. Unless you have good evidence for it, what it sounds like so far is just anecdotes from people who sent in there. Okay, so yeah, to make sulfuric acid, I need iron plates, sulfur, and water. We can get iron plates from this. But this will make iron plates for us. iron plates will go over there. The sulfur will be made from the petroleum. So the petroleum will be coming into this, right? This can make sulfur. So a bunch of these will make sulfur. Actually, how long does it take to make sulfur? To make sulfur is about 1 crafting second time. To make this is 1 crafting second time. It takes 5 of these, so we could just do 5. We could try to make it a 5-to-1 ratio. So it'll be 5 seconds to craft. Or 1 second to craft, we need 5 of them. So yeah, we need a 5-to-1 ratio of these. So for every 1 sulfur, we need 5 of, or sorry, for every sulfuric acid, we need 5 sulfur. So what that's going to look like if we want to make sulfuric acid, which will also come from this, right? So if we want this, and this is a crafting time of 1, it'll be a 5-to-1 ratio. So every 5 that we want, yeah. So if we do, let's just I can't. Fuck you. Or grenades? Am I on drugs? Oh. This is the issue. We are running on a system of good faith that no one will ever tamper with their ballot box. So the risk value goes up, then what? Throw only some out. You can't trace the paper ballot back to the voter. What do you do? That area which throws the red flag risen would probably have a recount. So, this is the issue. We're running on a system of good faith that no one will ever tamper with their ballot box. So when one red flag goes up, then what? Throw all the votes out, throw only some out. You can't trace the paper ballot back to a voter, so what do you do? That area which had a red flag risen would probably have recount. Have recount. Good job, Matt. If we can't figure out which ballots are fraud ballots, then polling area, then that polling area would have a revote. Fraud ballot, that polling area. No, that's fine. Should be a city problem, but our federal government has intervened and is supplying grants. Grants have conditions attached to them that must be met in order to receive them, like who can live there. You will need to give me a link stating So basis claim, it should be a city problem, but our federal government has intervened and is supplying grants. Grants have conditions attached to them that must be met in order to receive them, like who can live there, what type of building it has to be, etc., etc. City has to follow suit, and I'm just asking for a link to those strings attached. So far, no links have been provided on anything. So if I want, what? If I want, yeah, so we have to be careful here, because if I want 10 sulfuric acid bays, I'm going to need 50 sulfur bays. So realistically, what I could probably build is, how much would it be to fill this whole thing out? If I go from about here, 10, 1, 2, 3. So what do we have here? Just to fill this whole thing out, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have about 16. Let's just go with 15 instead. That means we can do 3. That feels not... I feel like that math ain't mathin'. I feel like that math ain't mathin'. Does this really feed this? Is that seriously what's happening? I feel gaslit. I feel like that's not how this works. I have to turn this around. Fuck. Actually, no, that would work still, actually. Be fine. We'll have big water over here. Fucking bastard. Sure, good enough. Okay, what new fresh hell are we in? They're not stealing homeless people's housing. A percentage of them become homeless, and then they enter the system that way. All hidden in statistics. Goes on real bad in the West. Should be able to notice it as well as homeless population in your area as well. The homeless population in my area is definitely not immigrants. Wow, fine. How many of our of Canada's homeless population are immigrants? Yo, thanks for the wow, thanks for the follow, buddy. Growing number of newcomers, refugees ending up homeless. Found 4% ending up homeless. Growing number of newcomers in Canada are ending up shelters or finding themselves homeless. New released government figures show. Two new reports released this week by employers, social media Canada offers glimpses into the extent of homelessness problems across Canada, across the country, and revealed the population that are most vulnerable. National Shelter Study, which looked at federal data on shelter users between 2016, found an observable increase in refugees using shelters. 2016, there were about 2,000 refugees sleeping in shelters, not counting those facility designed specifically for refugees, an increase in 1,000 just 2 years earlier when the figures of most have been tracking. Third, in a safe third country agreement with U.S. over illegal bodies. The city of Toronto estimated that people using its shelters. The city of Toronto estimated that late 2018 that about 40% of people using its shelters identified as refugees or asylum claimants. Other Ontario cities have been asking to help relocate refugees in order to ease the burden on Toronto's shelter system. Why didn't it let me do this before? Not this time. When you file your tax at the end of the year, what do you put down to include your income? Your regular job earnings, any EI you collected, any social assistance money you received. I had to claim funding I got for schooling as income on my return years ago. Hold on. It's not about the color of the skin or the place of birth. It's a class struggle. Kind of. I mean, it's a different topic, really, of what we're talking about here. But it'd be interesting what you're mentioning that about. To be fair, the quoted number in the picture would appear to be an average salary of the jobs in the immigrant field. Yeah, and no, in the immigration field. How does an immigrant make in Canada? How much does an immigration salary? How much does an immigrant make? Oops, I get the wrong link. I mean, why would people try to make their way to Canada or USA in the first place? Well, it's a better place to live, typically, than where they're coming from. The average immigration salary. How much money do immigrants get in Canada? How much money do immigrants get in Canada? For example, those who immigrated in Canada 2023 paid median. God, I hate how Twitter co-ops everything now. Fuck. Elon! In Canada, the average salary is blah blah blah, or entry level job started. Yeah, okay. And making social support and resources available to them restricted by their social class back at their home states are no way near the possible equivalent to the Canada. What do you mean? Social support and resources available to them restricted by their social class back at their home states are nowhere near the possible equivalent to that. I don't understand what you're saying. Making the way to Canada is a true uplift in their life, at least in their eyes. Well, true? Okay, I think I know what you're saying now, and that's just true. Generally, even if you're the dirtiest, poorest person, okay, that's a weird thing. The most dirt poor is what I meant to say. The dirtiest, that's weird. The most dirt poor person in the United States, you're still more likely to be better off than wherever you were from. Typically from like what I know about refugee status people. Oh, I know. It's a drag right now. I'm having like a Twitter debate because nobody fucking wants to have a chat about anything. Or it's maybe just the truth. I like this pivot that people do, or that's like, when does that ever happen? It's hard to believe that none of our ballots have ever been tampered with ever. It's like, or no, maybe we just have a really robust election system. Maybe. You won't find that statement anyway. As I said, homelessness takes priority in these housing units. Then low-income families, after becoming Canadian citizens, they are no longer considered migrants or refugees under our system and move into homelessness and low-income class. Yeah, but becoming a Canadian citizen takes a lot of time and money to do. So unless you can prove to me that somehow God. But it's not a discrepancy. Agree, and for that reason, it is actually a class struggle for them to seek better conditions of living by making their way into North America. I guess I don't know what this is coming from though, but yeah, it like most people. Yeah, most refugees. Well, no, sorry. Maybe I'm disagreeing with you. It's because like the reason why they're coming to these places actually might have a lot more to do not with class, but because of their religion or their ethnicity, and they might be getting like racially terrorized or ethnically terrorized or religiously terrorized by the country of origin that they're coming from, and that's why they needed to come here. So like, for example, right, the biggest crisis that we had recently of refugees would be the Syrian refugee. Those people weren't coming to Canada, United States, or all of Europe because of economic reasons. They were coming to Canada, North America, and the rest of Europe because of a fucking war that was terrorizing them, right? People now, Mexico to US, that might be more economic, right? Because they have a shitty situation in Mexico, and then they're coming to Canada or the United States, and that's a better economic. That's like, it's mostly for economic reasons. It could be some political and some just like violence reasons, but for the most part, I'd probably agree that it's economic. Again, you will need to link me something showing that Why do I keep spelling immigrant wrong in the same way every time? Immigrants for the other wall. Your kid's ear? Earn? Why do I keep spelling immigrants wrong the same way? What am I doing? Um, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, so this guy really has nothing. Shame. Shame, 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 shame. I mean, what did I expect, honestly, but... Pump, where's the... The extractor is actually something different. Okay, offshore pump. Just go 5, I don't care. 1, 2, 3. Fuck! 4, 5, 5, 5. I can't put pumps side by side. This is fucking madness. Wow. Embarrassing. Double embarrassing. Wow, another embarrassing moment. Yeah, it does kind of suck that this guy has absolutely nothing to offer me, but... Whatever. We have 2 buffers for water. The rest of the water comes over here and does this. I'm going to have another stream of water, I think, goes down here, correct? I think I need water down here. Yeah, I do. Actually, let's just make it come from the same. Fuck. Homies invited me to Starbucks. Are you left? I would say I'm left leaning. Yeah, I would say I'm like a liberal, if anything. I mean, I can get like more specific and say like I'm a soc dem, which is like a social democrat, but it's just easier to say I'm a liberal because that's the party I would vote for in Canada. That's like the prominent party I support in Canada, or like would vote for. I would like to probably vote for NDP, but I never find them compelling enough to really vote for. Reasons being, they never really give me anything compelling enough. Do I want to do this or just want to? Well, it doesn't really matter. It'll still block everything off. I wonder if I should separate these more. Oh, I need to actually, because I'm actually totally fucking my shit up, aren't I? Well, no, that's not true. I know what I need to do. Well, no, I do. Fuck. You know, we mostly have Soc Dem versus Christian Dem. Yeah, sure. Like, so I would probably vote for like your Soc Dem party. That's why it's like hard to say like what I would be or whatever. The scene evolved quite a bit. Like, actually, I don't even know if I would vote for Soc Dem, right? Because I don't even know what your Soc Dem in Europe means, correct? But I would say like Canadian Liberal Party, or like in general, like the whatever you would consider like a common liberal. On the government end, it is separated, but those numbers for immigrants' earnings do include any social benefits. You get a separate T4 from the government, showing that you earn from that income. It goes right on your income when you file for your taxes. Yeah, but how boring. This guy, there's like nothing going on here. It's like here's another reply. On the government end, it is separate. Like, so we're talking about refugees getting paid by the government or subsidies, whatever. Which I don't even know if it's true, but either way, using his own words, he's like disproving himself. On the government end, it's separated, but those numbers for immigrants' earnings do include any social benefits. You get a separate T4 from the government showing that you've earned them in income, and that goes right on your income when you file your taxes. Yeah, exactly. So the government knows it's separated. For data purposes, it's separated, but coming tax dollar-wise, it's all income. That's just how all tax works. My OSAP, my Trillium benefits, my whatever, like anything that I get, all goes onto my taxes as income, but it's all separated individually. That's why you get a T4. That's why you get a T4A. Because like, so I got a T4 for my income from work. You get a T4A for student benefits. So OSAP comes in a T4A. I'll get a Wealthsimple will send me another T4 for like my investments, because those are considered capital gains. In Italy, our sock dems basically only care about social issues and forget about economics. It seems so their party is dying hard. Yeah. Well, that's what's basically happening with conservatives in the rest of the planet, is that they've totally forgot about the economy and are now just like just blabbering their gums at social issues. Scheduled a hip last week, and I must report from my perspective, the healthcare system is beyond wonderful. Cool. Thank you for your service, Jeff. Yeah. I don't really care about this, but surgeries. Can I not spell surgeries on it? Depending where in Europe, the right is on the rise because they became the party of the workers. Yeah, fair enough. Like, I know what you mean. Yeah, like right wingism in Europe seems to be on the rise. Yeah, mostly because of the Syrian crisis broke everyone's brains over there, apparently. Oh, okay. Well, economically, that's, I guess, okay. I heard that that Poland, I don't know how recently, maybe this is over, but they were dealing with right wingism. Like you had a very popular, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know if you're Polish, but Poland had a right wing government going for a while there. But I guess since the war in Ukraine, I think that's turned around mostly, right? Because they're like hardcore against Russia. Fuck, I kind of fucked myself here. Well, no, that's not true. Oh. Oh. I want to move these to like here. They've always been hard since the leader of the party believes the Russians killed his brother. Oh, okay. Fair enough then. Yeah, I don't know that much, I guess. I guess I don't know much. Cause yeah, I remember seeing that like Poland was kind of going pretty hard right wing for a while. And then at some point I haven't heard as much of that, so I kind of assumed that it kind of just stopped being the case. Immigrants in Canada, no, new refugees in Canada may receive income support from the region or country they used to live in, or from other countries that this income may be subject to taxation. The amount circumstance. I find this rather. This part of the article is interesting too. Shows where more income could be added. Okay. Wait. Hold on, give me a second to read that. Any of your claims? Huh?
Are you watching?
No. Okay. Okay. What do you think of gun control? This is boring as fuck. Bye. Okay, thank you, Russian ammo. Snow explode. You're a really good one. Show up, ask one question, don't get an immediate answer, leave. Boss boy. But yes, a Twitter argument is quite fucking boring. Leak is home. True, dude. Start giving me... Wow, you don't know how to spell Factorio? Fucking Twitter. I think the stream's boring now. Wait till I open up Factorio. Well, until I open up. I already have it open. I'm already... Technically, this is a lie. I'm already playing Factorio. I've already put this conversation on the back burner. Sorry, what was the... Corvo, sorry. Party in power depends. They are conservatives. They dislike abortion, so limited it more. It was already limited in the polling before. They have been against legal immigration and support strong social programs, so a lot of poor people voted for them. The strongest among the poorest and old. Oh, okay, interesting. So it seems like, in terms of like right winginess, socially is like mostly the bend, I guess. I don't know if you would agree or disagree with that. Kind of my perspective on what you just said, I guess. They still allow if the woman could die though. Oh, okay, yeah. Which isn't as like radical as it would appear. Like it's definitely more right wing than Canada, and arguably more right wing than the United States is right now. But that's not like insane. And it's less insane than some Republican states in the United States, right? So there's that to consider too. Because some states in the United States have tried legislation to even restrict abortions, even if it would threaten the woman's life. Like they would try to save the fucking child. I don't think any of that shit would ever pass, but okay, so this is happening. Let's hook up my... Oh, fuck, this needs to be making sulfur. This... all of them are backwards again. No. And that's the point of it. Legislators, I think, use your by from one party to make sure everyone's vote is counted from all sides of the political spectrum. Now, you're just taking the government's word solely on trust. Not really solely on trust, but pendant bodies. The opposite. Wait, but on the other, the opposite is pathetic. Yeah, we had an election this year, and I don't even know who to vote for. On one side, I don't exactly want them to rule for 4 more years, since the ruling of a country for 12 years is too much, in my opinion. But that is to be fair, to criticize you a little bit there. I find that a little, like if that's the only reason why you're not voting for somebody, I feel like that's a little like weak sauce. I feel like that's weak. You should come up with a better reason. Because in my opinion, now I do live in Canada where we don't have term limits, and Trudeau's been in power for 8 years now. But we do have other checks and balances where we can call elections whenever we want. So technically we have no term limits, but also technically somebody could run for only like, usually this happens with minority governments, but somebody could only run for like a month if the government is like that fucked. But yeah, if I were looking at myself and I was like, my sole reason for not voting for this person is because I think that somebody leading for 12 years is too much. I feel like that's not a good enough. If that's like your only reason, that's like not a good enough reason to not vote for them. But maybe I'm biased because I live in a place that has no term limits on federal position. Well, really any position, even provincial, even local. Could be mayor for the rest of your life. So I don't know. I don't mind not having term limits. I think maybe things we can introduce is like a mandatory retirement date, if anything. Like, oh, you have to retire at this age, blah blah blah. But term limits, I don't really care about term limits. Why does it do that? I'm not even clicking. Why does it like double click? Is that a problem with my fucking mouse? Am I gonna have to fucking blow my brains out? Why is my mouse lights not even working? Why are my mouse lights working? What's happening? Is it dying? Hold on. I have this weird view of the world that I developed. Basically, you can have a great program, but you will make a mistake in certain fields. They did, and if for 12 years the issue is not resolved, it grows. Germany with Merkel and her dumb policy towards Russia. I guess, but like, maybe again, this is like a benefit. Like, can you call an election midway through governance, or is that person like locked in that role for 4 years besides like major changes? So like in the United States, right, somebody's locked into the role. Oh, they could. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So like in the United States, right, you're locked in as president pretty much for 4 years besides like impeachment, which is like a big deal. Is there something similar for... I just realized I'm going to fuck myself. Not really. No, fuck you. Whatever, fuck it. Fine. Only if the government breaks... if it loses the majority in the parliament. Okay, yeah. So you have a similar parliamentary system like we do. So yeah, if you have a minority government, then maybe an election gets called. A snap election is what we call it in Canada. Snap election might get called, and the government might end earlier than typical. Which is how it works in Canada as well. So like, I don't mind that as much. That's why I don't really care about term limits, because if something like that can happen, then as long as a minority government is put in place, then like that can happen really at any moment. So I don't really care about term limits. Okay, this is all set up, I believe. I just need to get the train to come over here now. Really, if anything, I might make the train even fucking bigger. I might end up voting for them if the opposition party all unite only to win and don't give a decent program. That's how I voted last time. This will motivate them to improve, and no, it didn't. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the struggle, like, to give us perspective into Canada a little bit. The struggle right now, well, so we work on a first past the post system, and B, so first past the post, meaning that whoever wins basically. So what happens is that all the votes are tallied, and let's say you have 3 parties running, and each party gets 33% of the vote. but one party gets 34%, another party gets 32%, and another party gets 33%. The party that has 34% of the vote will win. But like the two other parties might have been closer together and they vote split. So then you have this party that is actually super unpopular, is actually disliked by 66% of the population, but they still won because 33% of the population didn't split their vote. So that's what usually happens, is that we have a lot of vote splitting between the NDP and liberals. Yeah, the votes get split that way, and then sorry, hold on, my brain is cooking right now. And then so there's vote splitting that way, and then at the same time, yeah, first past the post. First past the post does benefit liberals, but I just wish it wasn't there. But yeah, basically, oh, is this all full? Thank God. Okay, hold on. Sorry, my brain, I'm cooking again. So full cargo here, then empty cargo here. Min-minch, why isn't it going? Is this not considered full? Yeah, this isn't considered full. Why isn't this considered full? It's like not even doing anything. Okay, we're just gonna remove it so that this can leave. But it's not leaving, even though it's definitely full. Oh, automatic, there we go. So now it's going, and then we're gonna wait for it to get there, and then we're gonna break this up. Sorry, my brain needs to cook. Let him cook. Sorry. Okay. Here the actual party won but with 43%, so in the theory the majority still dislike them. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So that's like I think it's similar to first past the post kind of voting. Where in reality what I would like it to do is that you would be able to vote for, you would be able to do like ranked choice voting, essentially. And then if the votes are tallied and somebody doesn't have more than 50% of the vote, you count again using everyone's like second choice. Like you eliminate the bottom party and then you count all the votes, and if nobody's above 50%, you eliminate the worst party. And then you count the votes of everyone who got of the party that got eliminated. You count those votes as their second choice, and then those second choice get added. And if it's still not 50%, you eliminate the other party, and then the votes from that party get split up into their second choices, and then you count again, and then it should be 50% at the end of that, right? Somebody will have 50%. Or you can do what the states do and have runoffs. That might also be something that works, is having runoff elections. Can I make this longer? And runoff elections basically just being, although it would basically work the same way, except for it'd be a little awkward in Canada, because what would happen is that you would do a runoff election with the two parties that are the highest votes, but then you might accidentally be eliminating a party that could get more, but maybe it'll work. In Canada, it would have to work that it's like usually there's 3-4 parties running. Liberal, NDP, and Green are the typical parties that run, ignoring Quebec and fucking Bloc. So those are the typical parties that run, and then if you were to split that up, and do a runoff, what would happen is that the liberals like the 34% split and the 30% split. So let's say the Conservatives got 34% of the vote, the Liberals got 33% of the vote, and the NDP got 33% of the vote. You would just eliminate the NDP, or like they got 20% of the vote, and the Green got 5% of the vote. Whatever, you would eliminate those two parties, but maybe the second choice would have made it more competitive for the NDP. I don't know, but in Poland, if you can't get more than 5%, you don't get in your votes. Get split among the others, yeah. So then that's good. Like they have some form of vote splitting. But in Canada, you can mark down only one thing on your ballot, and then that's what's counted. So somebody gets like 5% of the vote or whatever, and like no one gives a fuck. Okay, we'll fix that later because that's totally wrong. But Yeah, so like somebody can get like a really low percentage of votes and it doesn't matter. So they're about the same length, I think. Can a train only be so long? I feel like that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why you can't make it longer. Anyway. Meanwhile, the Italian politics is really unstable. For example, our biggest party right now is in 2014 has 2% of the votes. 2018 had 4%, and now in 2020 they got 26, and in polls right now they're at 30. Holy shit! That is crazy. That's so crazy. To make light of all major political. Oh my god. That's so crazy. Major political thing happens. Whoa. That's so crazy. I'm so sorry. But no, that's insane. That's like, not. I don't want to draw like comparisons or whatever, like to be weird, but that's some like Nazi shit. Nazi party, 2%, 4%. You know, they win suddenly 90% of the vote. Uh oh. I'm not trying to say it's like that because it's hopefully not, but they were fairly far right in the past, but have really stabilized to a point where they want people to directly elect the president or the party they want to support Ukraine the most. Wait, what? They were fairly far right in the past, but really stabilized to a point where they want the people to directly elect the president. Oh, and are the party that wants to support Ukraine the most, but don't even want to limit abortion. Oh, interesting. Huh. So, actually changing how they act based off of voters. That's crazy. I wonder who could try that. I also don't want to outlaw civil unions, so that's good. It's usually a positive, I think. Although you're like in fairness though, unions in Europe I think are usually strong, right? Like usually people don't want to fuck with them. If you do try to fuck, like it's like a pretty big loser to try to fuck with unions in Europe. Because like I'm saying that's surprising, but that would be surprising in like Canada, United States, less so in Canada. I mean, the letter still says she doesn't agree with civil unions, but it's not up to her to ban if the people want it. True. Fair enough. I mean, that's a little sneaky, but that's better than outright saying it, I guess. Technically, this is going the wrong way, but I'll turn the other one around. Actually, the real question is do I want to do... Fucking leg is twitching. Oh, Cock Lavar, I forgot the steel plates. Shit. Oh, wait. We're good. We just bring them here. Dodge that bullet. Personally, think it should be left. Wait, sorry. I mean, fuck. I mean, outlawing them would be more of a pain than leaving it, because Catholics don't really care since it's not called marriage, and outlawing it would create law paradoxes. What do you do with people that already have it? I personally think it should be left like it is right now. Makes both sides happy. Oh wait, do you mean? Wait, do you mean civil union? I thought you meant unions, not not marriage. Wait, are you talking about gay marriage? Oh no. I feel I've made a grave mistake. I was thinking like work unions. Not gay marriage. I was thinking like worker unions. Okay, whatever. But yes, I guess another word for marriage is civil union. I guess. Not exactly my first thought, but maybe should have been. Let me make this out of red. Fuck it. Fuck. No, I just want to. Oh. Union CVD, basically marriage with a different name. Okay. I also said that like I was French, and I like read it backwards. I said civil unioni, but it's unioni civili. I don't know what. I can speak French, but I don't know why I said it that way. What? What is happening? My brain. Oh, I didn't. Wait, hold on. My brain is fragmenting into a million pieces. Yeah, but I don't know why I read it backwards. Like so usually what happens is that I'll read something like usually what happens in my brain is that English and French words are usually backwards. And that's probably true with Italian, between English and Italian words maybe. Well, yeah, it is. Civil union and union civil. Right, it is. I can see it right there. So usually what happens in my brain is that when I read something in French, and I know it's English, I just turn the things around or whatever. In my brain. It's like a weird thing, whatever. So I did that here, but I was reading something that was already backwards. Because it's Italian. But I was reading it as if it was a French word that I just read that was English before. Or whatever. Like, I did my brain switch thing, but on a different language into French, but it was already in a different language that was back. I don't know. Ugh. Basically, basically my brain's just Farida. Farida. Yeah, happy with that. Happy with that. Happy with that. Happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, we need Ferni. Ferniuses. French English. Franglish. We call that Franglish. Franglais. As French you would say it. They make fun of you. Oh, nice franglais. Shut the fuck up. Quebecers speak the most franglais of all time. We're running a permaban on our Europe for saying I'm natural. I'm natural. I'm neutral towards the LGBT. Interesting. Well, but what does neutral mean? There's a leading question there. What does neutral mean? Does neutral mean I don't want to kill them? I just want to ban their existence. Or does neutral mean I don't want to kill them or ban them. I just don't want to see them in public. What does neutral mean? I think civil unions should be implemented because they make sense, but it's not like I personally would fight for this since there are problems I care more about. Oh, okay, that seems pretty benign. I feel like that's not something to get banned over, but it is r/Europe, I guess. That'll technically charge it, but it's not going to charge it the way I want, so I'm going to do it this way. I can't see where this ends. Oh, I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. Problem with Reddit, in my opinion, is that they put radicals as mods. I mean, if you make a end post about LGBT, don't you comment since yeah, no, yeah, well, it's just online anything. It's not even like, and like you're more predisposed to get radicals in any like online forum because those fucking motherfuckers are the only ones that sit online all day. Everyone else has a fucking real normal fucking job. Everyone else doesn't have time to fucking sit there online 24/7 being a fucking Reddit mod. I fucking fucked this up because I don't have any. Aruga. It's fine. What I'll do is I'll be fucking cringe. No, I can't. I can't be cringe. I can't be cringe. I mean, I only use the trash website to get info about Ukraine, but I'll stick to Twitter at this point, yeah. Oh, Twitter's not much better, though. Although I guess, like, you're not going to get banned by some moderator, right? You have to get banned by Twitter. Or that's a little bit harder to do now, I guess. Oh. You might just be safe. What the fuck? I feel like once the war and I'll leave both websites forever. Yeah, maybe. That might be better for you, you know? Maybe better for your overall health. Yeah! Sulfuric acid! Poggers! Okay. This train is definitely empty. Why isn't it going anywhere? There it goes. Definitely a lot slower. That's for sure. Nuclear fuel is rocket fuel. Rocket fuel is solid fuel and light oil. Oh, okay, that's not even that. I'm just gonna keep going this way because I'm lazy. Well, no. I may be lazy, but I also hate the way this fucking looks. I removed the wrong one. I played Project Zomboid. No, I've seen people play it though. I don't know if I really enjoy it. I don't know if that's a game for me. I like sometimes like survival games, but then also I just don't. I'm like, oh, this is why I don't play these games. Yeah, like this isn't doing anything. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. Alright, cool. Yeah, and then if I just got oil over here, I would actually make rocket fuel out of this thing. But like rocket fuel somewhere else. Played it a little bit, but I'm waiting for the human NPC update. They want the game to feel like The Walking Dead. Oh, that would be better. Yeah, because I feel like right now it's just run around on a server. It's like almost like DayZ, more like. This can't keep up. Can't keep up with the ever-increasing demand. With NPCs, it would be cool to create a community, especially since they want NPCs to create their own communities in real time in the game too. Oh yeah, that would be kind of cool. And then maybe you can like control like some NPCs as well. Like you'd have like you'd be able to make kind of your own community, and it doesn't necessarily have to be with other people. You could have some NPCs that kind of do work for you as well. What the fuck? Yeah, we need to introduce water and then crude oil. Coal liquefaction. Part of me wants to do, well, I just shouldn't do it here. It'd be better done somewhere else. This is purely for uranium upkeep. These only have some change. I mean, there is an NPC mod now, but the NPCs in the mod are fairly dumb. Yeah, fair enough. I think it's something similar, basically. Well, no. Well, yeah, no. What? No. Well, I guess technically it was like the reverse of what that was. Like when DayZ came out, the Armor 3 mod, the NPCs, the zombies were, they had to be like heavily transformed from, you know, combat people that would shoot you to fucking zombies that run after you. But I feel like that's a totally different thing. Not enough petroleum gas. Doesn't make any sense. Does make sense if there's no fucking petroleum gas here. True. True. Okay. Kind of need petroleum gas to make petroleum gas. Okay, so this needs to get fueled in like a very funny way. I don't know if they do connective at all. Wouldn't have any idea. But I do know I'm going to do this. If they do NPCs right, it will be 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah, true. I would have no idea. I say true as if I know, but I actually have no idea. I support you. God. Okay, let's put... I'm gonna put a massive solar array down here somewhere. I probably need to get my tank down here, over to drive around. Figure out some Goonies. I just don't know if I'm making enough power. This thing is the only thing that's telling me. Production satisfied. Okay, I'm barely producing enough, but my maximum is that. Oh no, wait, that means I'm good. I'm satisfying the production, yeah. Accumulator charge, and that's my charge. 320 megajoules. Is that what's going on? I'm only making 100 kilowatts from that, 52 is from that. And then the battery died out, or like it's nighttime. The battery doesn't charge. Oh, but I'm not exceeding. Okay, so I am not actually exceeding. So I will make a couple of solar arrays down here. I'll cheat them in, but it's okay. It's not cheating if I'm having fun. Fuck. No, I need my battery. These are charging. Transistoria is getting fairly hot right now. The fuck does that even mean? To be honest with you, no idea what that means. Is that a place? Is that a person? Fuck. Occupied zone by the Russians in Moldova, and there are some regions the Moldovans and Ukrainians will try to kick the Russians out. Ah, true. That's Kosovo, correct? Moldova. Okay, so I'm just retarded. Okay, I got you. I got you. My brain is leaking out of my head, is what you're saying. Nice. 100 chats. Also, it seems like my Twitter debate died. Personally, I don't even debate anymore. Yeah. You know what? I'm probably right on that. I just, I enjoy seeing how people think, and how they come to the conclusions. Like, I don't know why that's just enjoyable to me. So I enjoy like trying to have conversations with people. I mean, calling people dumb and stupid is also fun. I also find that fun. But like getting into occasional screaming match or whatever is like sometimes fun. But in general, I do just kind of appreciate hearing how people think and like why they come to the conclusions they do. And it like helps me challenge myself on like certain things or whatever. Typically, it's how not to fall into certain traps or whatever. But well, I'm 23, so I may not look it, but that's my age. But yeah, no, politics. Arguably, politics isn't even that fun either. I don't know. I just enjoy like listening, like just kind of understanding how people come to the thought process that they do. Couldn't tell you why. I just do. Is that train still not? How are you not full? Oh, yeah, it's because it can't keep up. Can't keep up, won't keep up. Can't keep up, won't keep up. Are you in? Dude, every time I see this fucking term, I don't know. What the fuck does that mean again? Does that mean, introvert? Is that the fucking term? Or my brain damaged? Or does that mean my brain's damaged? Yeah, there's enough petroleum here, it's just not producing enough petroleum gas. So wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and there's 12 boxes. Okay. Introverted, intuitive, thinking, and perceiving. Oh, that's stupid. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't care about any of those terms. Different. I want to do the test right now, though. This probably be something I do later, on a different day. We make a whole stream about it. But yeah, I think I've done this test once, but I don't know. I always don't know because on some level I know how to. Yeah, it's always not 100% accurate. Yeah, for sure, but it is fun because on some level I know what answers to give to go a certain way or whatever. Like I'm like, oh, that's the introverted answer. So I'm obviously going to answer that because I'm introverted, right? But, like, naturally, that's also not always the case, right? So. Yeah, maybe I'll do it for the shits and the gigs. So yeah, petroleum gas. It's so funny that petroleum gas is actually a liquid. In real, we call it petroleum gas, but it's like we call gas, but it's actually a liquid. Really, you like to research a random thing, but also can get bored easily and switch or procrastinate. Yeah, I'd say that's like somewhat me. I'd say that maps on in some ways, I guess. I guess I can try to hook up this to this. So let's do a second buffer. Did I just drink some fucking water? That was an 8. Oh my god. Uranium. So now this uranium. Oh wait, I forgot to make a steel buffer. Uh-oh! Oopsies! I just... Ah! Oh, wait, I can do this. That's fine. No, I can't. It's a buffer. There we go. Arguably not a good buffer, actually. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, I think I'm going. It's 8 o'clock. Yeah, I think we're gonna end stream here just so I can get some shit done before I go to bed. And by that I mean I'm probably just gonna end up playing more Factorio, but you know, maybe there's like a chance that I could get other things done. You know. Oh. This needs to be proven in the reports cited. First, need to get past the what do they make when they come here part. Yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. I'm ending stream soon, but thank you. Oh, DJ, you came back at the wrong time. I'm ending my stream soon, but I appreciate you for returning. I'll finish just for you. I'm gonna finish up me building this, and then I'll get the fuck out of here. What the fuck was I doing? Oh, we were gonna build a uranium wagon. Big old wagon. Let's go with 5. This is gonna need fuel. I don't know where I'm gonna fuel it at, but not here is the answer. Not here. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, chum. Sorry, choom. Remember Cyberpunk? Oh my god, anyone remember Cyberpunk? Yeah, but yeah, because I have to get shit done. I have to get some shit done. So that I make sure that I can actually function tomorrow. Let's do this, then take this and pile drive this into this. This. Probably be 2 inputs, 2 outputs. This, plug it in here. Exactly the wrong. But I got uranium going. That's cool. Yeah, that was not really necessary. Why doesn't that connect? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. I don't know, fuck it. Fuck you. Wait, do I not even need sulfur? Wait, how is there sulfuric acid? Oh, it does share. Oh. Fuck you. No, I have a strange. I think I told myself I would get the fuck out of here, but I haven't done that yet, have I? Okay, I'm gonna leave for real now soon. Eventually. One day. One day I'll leave soon. Maybe. Eventually. Eventually I'll leave soon. Production's now way the fuck down. What's my demand? Do I even know my demand? Seems like other power sources have kind of taken over my solar panels have taken over the brunt. Satisfaction, accumulated charge. Oh, no, I know why. It's because like 90% of my shit's not doing anything because I'm not researching anything. My whole factory's not doing much because I have to get processing units and all those fucking made. Oh, right, I'm not even doing it. Oh, true. Oh my god, so true. This is called Factorio. Don't look into it. It'll ruin your whole life. Okay, again, I see this is the problem, okay? I've told myself that I'm going to leave because I need to leave so that I can get shit done. But alas, I'm still here. One day I'll get off this. Not anytime soon. That's not how that's supposed to work. Suck it out. And this will be carried off all the way over here. We're gonna do some scouting and kill everything over here first. Okay, I'm actually leaving for real now. Okay, I'm actually leaving. I'm actually leaving. Okay, I love you. Goodbye. Thank you for tuning in if you did.